Last home game of the season, folks. New Hampshire Kingz making the 5-hour drive to Spot Catholic High School take on your Saratoga Racers ABA basketball closing game of their season. I am Brett Porter, tuning in for, as I said, last game of the season. Following the national anthem, you will hear my bright, shining, smiling voice again. In the meantime, get the national anthem all ready and underway. We'll be back once they announce starting lineups. So, our in-game our in-game announcer for tonight is a man by the name of Stefano. He's very loud. I'm going to be fighting with him for a lot of this game. New Hampshire Kings running on a very limited roster, total of 7 players. So Isaiah Richardson, Saul Fieri, John Debonsky, Cameron Jones, Daenerys DeCock, Brian Gold. Not a lengthy roster by any means. 7 people total. Donovan Williams, part of the starting lineup, alongside, of course, John Riles. Isaiah Grandison with the fresh name. So wavy individual time, Isaiah Grandison, the big man out of Sakasti High School. And of course, my favorite name to say in all of sports broadcasting, RJ Rosa, number 24. Joey Harden coming back after taking some personal time off. Going to be a great addition to the roster with the bright yellow Nikes. Kyle Carey, the fellow Plattsburgh Cardinal, as myself. 48 minutes of basketball separating us from the end of Saratoga Racers regular season. If you guys are just tuning in, I am Brett Porter, Eric Picar, our producers, the broadcast through NYBT Media Sports. The two ABA officials delicately folding their windbreakers. Saratoga Racers coached by Bob Catherwood and Tim Hepp. The Hampshire Kingz, I'm not even sure if they have a coach today, is what I've been told. So this should be an interesting game. Definitely playing very shorthanded. Nothing but respect and sportsmanship. As Grandison and Fury on the tip-off. And Grandison wins that tip-off. Kyle Carey palming that easy. Joey Harden now getting it to a wide-open Donovan Williams. Getting it back to Carey. Carey marches up to the paint. And that's good for 2 points to start off. 11 seconds in, Racers draw first blood. Brian Gould. Oh, look at that. Kyle Carey. Kyle Carey looked like a bounce off of his foot there. It's no good. As number 31, John Donbonsky goes for the three, and that's no good. Donovan Williams just tries to get a hand on it. He does. Doesn't get there in time. Looked like a three-point attempt we're going to see from Fury. But no good. But good for New Hampshire three from Donbonsky. I said New Hampshire Kingz running on a very limited roster today. Donovan Williams now. Trying to make something happen. Facing up against number 7. Passes it to Grandison. Grandison from just outside the paint. Good mid-range jumper. That's number 2. Saratoga Racers played the lead. 4-3 with 10:52 to go in the first. Fury now. Being double teamed by Rosa and Grandison. And they're going to call that. They're going to call that against Fury. So now Grandison with the pass from Rosa. Dishing it up to Donovan Williams. That's up, and that's no good. Now Brian Gould. And back. Brian Gould now getting the ball back again. Joey Harden trying to contest that. And that three-point attempt up and no good from number 31, Donbonsky. Joey Harden now marching up. RJ Rosa looked open, but not enough time. Donovan Williams looked like he was going for the three, but RJ Rosa getting his first points in the game. 2 minutes in, Saratoga Racers have a 3-point lead. Donbonsky rips that one off to the corner. And that's his brick. His brick gets Cameron Jones. Does not get anywhere near the basket. A little too much mustard on that sandwich. It's a little bit of a late call there, and I misspoke. That's Denora DeCock. And his first free throw. My God, let's get back into the swing of things, Brett. First one's up. First one is good. And second one up. Good. Circles in. Quick stoppage from the referee to fix the net. Joey Harden getting the dish. Finding Donovan Williams. Glenn Williams trying to call a play. Finding Grandison in the middle. Grandison with a little bit of separation. But Donovan Williams now. He's going to mark that one up. That's good. Splits the gap between two Kings. So Joey Harden trying to cover Fear. Doesn't quite get past. And DeCock giving it off to Fury. DeCock with that three-point attempt. Doesn't even touch the iron. 3-point game with 9:22 to go in the first. RJ Rosa, some pretty press coverage here. And Rosa floats it past, draws the foul. Good draw there. RJ Rosa. RJ Rosa's going to get 2 shots from the line. Brian Gould taking a spot to the left of Kyle Carey, fellow Plattsburgh Cardinal. First one's up. First one's good. And Luke Perez. Perez, the top end. And second free throw up and good. Coach Catherwood being a nice vocal part of this operation. As Brandison gets a hand on that and gives it to RJ Russell, that's good for another 2 points. 8-point game with 9 minutes to go. Fury just snaps one, tries to snap one off to Isaiah Richardson. Kyle Carey gets a hand on it. Todd Spotswood dapping him up real quick. All right, Fury now. Covers from Perez and Grossa. At Tabonsky had no choice but to try and get rid of it. As that D3 up and no good. Joey Harden trying to make some action for his own. And finger rolls that thing right in there. That's good for another 2. Double-digit lead right now. 8:30 to go in the first. By all accounts, Saratoga Racers should be healthily slated to win this. As that 3-point attempt's up and no good from Richardson. Joey Harden getting a hand on that. Racers ball is Perez. Perez drives up, finds Carey in the paint, and that's good. And Rosa gets a hand on it, but Saratoga Racers could not quite recover it. And with 7:57 to go, we're going to take our first media timeout. And take this opportunity to thank some of our sponsors who have kept us afloat during this season of broadcasting and putting on your local ABA basketball. Sponsors such as Adirondack Orthodontics. We just missed a dentist's favorite time, 2:30. I'll never say that joke again until the next time we bring them up. Adirondack Orthodontics. DBL Hospitality. Your Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram dealership in Clifton Park. D'Andrea's Pizza, the official pizza sponsor of the Saratoga Racers. Franklin Hospitality Group. GNS Printing for all of your custom printing needs. And last but not least for now, Greenwich Ford. As you guys all know, Ford, of course, standing for First on Race Day. First on Racers Day. 7:57 to go in the first. 12-point game already. Saratoga Racers scored 17 points in 4 minutes of play to the Kingz 5. It looks like the Kingz don't have a coach present. A lot of their some roster implications as of late. But Kingz ball now finds Gould. Gould finds Dunbonsky, excuse me. Kyle Carey comes down with that one. Now Joey Harden. Joey Harden trying to get past Richardson. Joey Harden floats one up from beyond the paint, and that's no good. Kyle Carey tried to get a hand on that. Not in time. Now Fury. Creek trying to get past Rosen's coverage. Now Gould. Gould looked, he was gearing up like he was going for that 3. Fury doing the same thing. Hitting him with some good fakes. Doesn't quite fool the Racers. And that's another 3-point attempt that's up and no good. That's number 11, DeCock. But Dunbonsky daggers in a 3 of his own. Luke Perez finding Carey to Harden. Harden tries to play it slick. Isaiah Grandison was not quite on the same wavelength there. And now we're going to rule Dunbonsky was out of bounds. Saratoga ball. Luke Perez whips it into Rosa. Now Luke Perez going for that deep 2, but no good. It's Gould now. Gould trying to maintain possession. He does. DeCock now trying to float one up from mid-range, and that's no good. Luke Perez on the rebound. Finding Joey Harden a little past him, but ran into the pass, so to speak. Isaiah Granderson now whipping it back to Harden. And back to Granderson. Now RJ Rosa with a nice jumper. Saratoga Racing have not scored a three-pointer. This has all been on the back of free throws and 2-point attempts. It's like Fury's gonna go to the line there. Oh, and that shooting foul, and that is going to be against Isaiah Granderson, his first of the game. Fury's first shot up and good. And look at this. Look at this alliance. Saratoga Racers making some subs. Shaheem Sanders is in. John Riles is in. Todd Spotswood is back. And Tobias Holmes stepping on the court for the first time this game. Tobias Holmes, he really has been the man you can build the team around as of late. Now Luke Perez goes up and no good. Looks like Spotswood had the rebound, but it just escaped him at the last second. Dunbonsky dishing it off to Fury. Fury gets past the double coverage, and that three-point attempt from Richardson is up and no good. Sanders dishing back to Holmes. Holmes calling plays from just beyond half court. Spotswood doing his best screen impression, and that three-pointer is up and no good. Tobias Holmes' first three not connect. Dunbonsky, he loves that corner. And they're going to call Shane Sanders going to get his first foul. TJ Jenkins step in. This first time on Saratoga Racers home turf in a long time. Been nursing an ankle injury. Is Dunbonsky. That three-pointer's up and good. John Dunbonsky, second three-pointer good. As I said, he loves that left corner. And Shane Sanders tried to get it off of the glass, push it in, no good. 19-13 with 5 minutes to go. The New Hampshire Kings have been on a little bit of a tear. Definitely outscoring the Racers the past few minutes. There's another Fury three-pointer is up and no good. Todd Spotswood goes for the Hail Mary. And that gets right into the hands of Jones. Now Gould dishing off to Fury. Fury to Gould. Gould's mid-range up and no good. TJ Jenkins on the rebound. For Tobias Holmes. Calling plays. And contested against Dunbonsky. The three-pointer's up and no good. Fury on the rebound. And Fury goes to kind of hook that one in. To draw a foul in the process, it appears. John Riles, first foul of the game. And we're going to take a quick 30-second timeout. Not going to go to our sponsors, but take a quick opportunity to fill you in. I think you might have missed if you're just tuning in to the broadcast. Brett Porter, your voice for the Saratoga Racers, at least in the digital sense. Eric Picar, our producer. Thank you guys for tuning in to the last home game. The Saratoga Racers. Last week's game got canceled due to some pretty awful weather. Binghamton, cannot blame them. Elected not to make the trip. There are now, just like with every game at this point in the season, there are big playoff implications. So far, Saratoga Racers, I believe, have secured a playoff spot. Now it's just for better standings. So we get back into the swing of things. Fury to go up to the line. Saul Fury to get two from the line. Fury's first one's up, floats right in. That's good. And let's see if he can make it 2 for 2 in this series. Up and good. It was once a 12-point game, now just a 4-point deficit that the Kings are put up against. Tobias Holmes getting past Dubansky. It looks like Dubansky's going to get called on that. Dubansky's second foul of the game. Looks like it was a push. Gives it to Spotswood up in the middle. Spotswood doing what he does best. Marching up the middle. But Spotswood, the human tree, now to take 2 shots at the free throw line. Todd Spotswood is an absolute unit. When you look at this guy, Todd Spotswood is a 6'10 center coming out of Herkimer College. He's a man of size. I myself am 6'3.5", and I have to look up to him pretty high to make eye contact. Spotswood's first free throw. Off and good. And second one up. Second one floats in as well. Got Spotswood 2 for 2 from his free throw, something that kind of plagued him in games prior, but it looks like he's gotten a better grasp on it. As Brian Gould tries to field Jones's pass. No good. Tobias Holmes quickly ripping that off to Shaheem Sanders. Gould trying to get past Riles. Riles finding yet again another 3-pointer. No good. TJ Jenkins on the rebound. Tobias Holmes. He's marching. Whipping it past. And TJ Jenkins gets his first points in the game. Once again, double-digit lead for the Saratoga Racers. 3.5 to go in the first. And intercepted, if you will, by TJ Jenkins. A little bit of fancy footwork. No good. Shane Sanders gets the rebound. Gets the and draws the foul. He's got a chance to make this a 3-point play. That's going to be Brian Gould's first foul of the game. And that's up and no good. Jerry on that rebound. Tobias Holmes caused some interruption there. John Riles now driving up, and that's good for 2. John Riles. 14-point game. 3 minutes to go. Fury now. Finding Jones. Jones back to Fury. Fury's 3 is up. And textbook. That is good. Floated right in. No assistance from the glass or the iron. Nothing but net there. Flies Holmes to Spotswood. Spotswood goes for a quick bounce pass. TJ Jenkins a little too fast on that. A little sloppy, dare I say. Fury now. Fury goes for a mid-range jumper, and that's good from just inside the arc. Excuse me. Todd Spotswood makes quick work of that. John Riles leaving his hands in the corner, but Spotswood gets that one up. And Fury going for another 3, and that one bounces off the iron. Gould now on that rebound, trying to get that one in. No foul called. And Tobias Holmes gets that one in at the last second. Look at that 3 from Tobias Holmes. For a split second, it looked like he wasn't even going to keep the ball inbound. Fury trying to answer that with a layup. But TJ Jenkins on the rebound playing. It's a little bit of interruption there. Jenkins fakes. Spotswood on the rebound. Sanders finishes what he started. 16-point game. Buck 28 to go in the first. Fury finds Gould. Gould looked like he was going to go for that three. Stutter steps. And that shot looks like it had a hand on it. Goodness. Jenkins and Sanders tried to get the back and forth going. No good. And Dubonsky. Oh, excuse me. That was Gould. Although Dubonsky's been favoring that corner for his three-point attempts. Brian Gould goes for three of his own. No good. Tobias Holmes now. Just off to John Riles. 53 seconds left in the game. 8 seconds to go on the shot clock. Got to make something happen. That ball goes out of bounds. Fury to inbound. And Gould now going for some little bit of razzle dazzle of his own. Tobias Holmes calling a quick play. It's John Riles getting past the Spotswood screen. Jesse said finds an open TJ. Good for another 2 points. And James Sanders takes advantage of a bad pass. TJ Jenkins couldn't quite hold on to it. Tobias Holmes all the time in the world and no good. On the rebound, 6 seconds to go. Gould going for one more play. And that's good for 2. Tobias Holmes. Tobias Holmes goes for a 3 from well beyond half court. Who put those Raptors there? But after 1 quarter of action, Saratoga Racers hold on to a 14-point lead against visiting New Hampshire Kingz, 38-24. Thank you for tuning in, guys. We're going to take a quick second to thank some of our sponsors. Without them, none of this would be possible, including KS Squared Construction. You need a general contractor in your life? Contact KS Squared Construction. Been around for 8 years. These cats know what they're doing. Lansingburg Boys and Girls Club, the official practice location for your Saratoga Racers. Us at MIBT Media, providing all of your sports coverage. PA Medical Supply. And last for now, Pinnacle Roofing Incorporated. Hey, we got you covered. 1 quarter of basketball over. Saratoga Racers outscored the Kingz by 14. Donovan Williams looks like he's running down to the locker rooms quick. Wonder what's going on with that. But New Hampshire ball. Richardson throwing it in to Fury. And Dubonsky going for a deep 2. That's no good. Nowhere close to pay dirt. Jenkins on the rebound dish and immediately off to Tobias Holmes. And John Riles backdooring it, but just does not have quite enough behind it. Hits the front of the iron, out of bounds. It's New Hampshire ball. And Fury now, after the pass from DeCock. Fury, just beyond the arc, up and no good. Shaheem Sanders. They're going to call that a jump ball. Session arrow favoring Saratoga. Tobias Holmes going to be inbounding that thing. Coach Catherwood calling some plays, finding Todd Spotswood way off in the distance. And the play doesn't quite go as planned. Spotswood puts up a good screen. Tobias Holmes doesn't go down with a knockdown off pass to Fury. Fury. Additional off to goal. Brian Gould, 3-pointer up and no good. Todd Spotswood on the rebound. Immediately giving it off to John Riles. Holmes giving it to Jenkins. Jenkins trying to get some separation there. Drives up into the paint instead. Surrounded by Kingz. And they're going to call that kick. That wasn't even no honest attempt to make it look like anything else. That was just a clear-cut kick. It's still scoreless. Still no scores this quarter so far. TJ Jenkins pass off of Tobias Holmgren to Spotswood. Spotswood, quick fadeaway. See a little piece of Kareem Skyhook in there. Racing for first blood for the second quarter. Don Williams back. He's a substitution. And Assault Fury making a very deep two from just inside the arc. And that looks like Fury just Falcon punched that thing out of bounds. It's going to be Saratoga balls. Substitutions are being made. Shaheem Sanders. Oh, that was really hard next season. Sanders taking a break. RJ Rosa, he's good for those threes. That one was no good. Tried to get it off before shot clock expired. Casey Hall giving it back to Rosa. Rosa with a finger roll, no good. Looked like Fury had a hand on it. Salt Fury working past Williams. Finds Dembonsky in the corner, and that three is no good. And Casey Hall getting the last hands on it. Casey Hall has sorely been missed on this Saratoga Racers roster. Took some time off for injury, but a lot of the heart of the team. DeCock keeps enough pressure on Joey Harden for him to get past the 5-second rule. Dembonsky trying out the other corner, and that's good for three. Oh, John Dembonsky. Definitely a big corner three guy. It's Casey Hall with a no-looker to Joey Harden. Harden finding it back to Hall. Casey Hall, that three, you wanted to see him make it. That's so good. That ball goes out of bounds. That's going to be Saratoga ball. Donovan Williams. Williams passing it over to Dembonsky. Giving it to Casey Hall. Hall to Harden. Harden trying to get past the cock. RJ Rosa coming in hot. Getting past Isaiah Richardson there. It's Fury now. Fury's making his move. Joey Harden giving him a little bit of breathing room. Harden gets a hand on it, but Gould comes out with it. And that's good from just beyond the paint. Donovan Williams making a march up the court. And DeCock takes a charge there, it looks like. That did not look like a good fault. But he's up and he's fine. And Fury finding Richardson. RJ Rosa gets a hand on it. Rosa left alone. And look at that dunk. Ballage. 40 in my hand. Can't finish that. And then Grandison, too. One after another for quick points. Isaiah Grandison caught him sleeping. RJ Rosa before that. With just straight, it was just straight ball hawk. 15-point game, 7:54 to go. And Grandison shots up, no good. Gould getting past Grandison, finding Fury. And Dembonsky, he likes those corner threes, and that's another one. There's actually a Family Guy bit about how broken the corner three is when they play I believe it was the Super Nintendo NBA game. Every time Peter Griffin would get one, corner three, but that's neither here nor there. It's Casey Hall. Oh, looked like he was about to close the coffin on that one. No good. Gould marching up. Pressure on Bunkowski. But Bunkowski just yelling, primordial scream. Don't blame him. Bunkowski has been pretty good from the three. I don't know if you're... I don't know how to describe. I don't know how to describe what I just saw from Bunkowski. Bunkowski was like gritting his teeth and like yelling and like just making Primal screaming noises. Gotta give him credit. The kid's got heart, and he might actually have ripped one out of somebody before he got here. It's a good thing it's the last game of the season. But all right, they're taking a timeout. Let's take a few sponsors quick. Without them, none of this would be possible, including the Shot Spot training facility. You want to get a good corner three like Bunkonski? Shot Spot. And Stewart Shops. 2 award-winning ice cream flavors. They're Philly vanilla and peanut butter and pandemonium. And of course, just really good mac and cheese. I don't know what it is about their mac and cheese, but good mac and cheese at Stewart Shops. 7 minutes to go in a half. Zabonsky kind of cleared the air with Donovan Williams, following him right to the other side of the line. Is Saratoga ball. RJ Rosa getting loosely covered by Jones. Jones finding Williams. Williams just gets swatted. Absolutely smashed by Fury. That shot goes out of bounds. Donovan Williams looked like he got it. Looked like he got it in time. Did not. That ball's out of bounds. New Hampshire ball. 6:47 to go. 10-point game. But Joey Harden goes up, and no good. Fury running up the court with some fury. And lays that one in. Isaiah Granison back on the court. Everybody into Williams. Casey Hall casually walking away. Got 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Saratoga's got to do something. Casey Hall gives it a shot. No good. New Hampshire comes down with it. And it looks like they're gonna call a foul on Joey Harden. That basket's not gonna count. Right. And oh. Shots up, and that's good. As Cameron Jones. 6-point game now, 5:58 to go. Donovan Williams trying to find an open man. Just a sea of racers, sea of Kings. Fury going to be called on that foul. Saratoga ball. Joey Harden. Throw it in. Luke Perez coming back in. Chris finding Rosa. And that three is up. And that three is good. For the first time of the game, RJ Rosa gets a three. Zabonsky tries to answer one of his own. No good. Joey Harden on the rebound. Off to Perez. Perez getting caught up with the cock, and Zabonsky, because that shot's up and no good. Casey Hall puts it all on the line for that one. And Granison tried to capitalize on the missed shot. No good. Stakak off to Gould. And Zabonsky, no surprise there. Going for that three, up and no good. Casey Hall dishing it immediately off to RJ Rosa. Rosa finding Casey Hall up in the middle. Double team. And as that ball goes out of bounds, that is Saratoga ball. Kyle Carey coming back in. Casey Hall taking a breather. And Luke Perez from the corner. No good. Fury on the offensive there. And a quick, fast break is Brian Gould. Looks like Fury's got a warning. Looks like Fury had a warning for delay of game. Coach Catherwood just yelling some unintelligible things, perhaps calling a play. RJ Rosa, that jumper's up and good. But 4:21 to go, Saratoga Racers clinging to a 9-point lead before going into the half. Fury trying to get past Perez. And Jones, Cameron Jones, that shot up and no good. Look, Perez on that rebound. Perez fighting Rosa across the court. And RJ Rosa goes up for that three, up and no good. Pickett in the air, but not enough. Fury loses the ball, but Jones gives it back to Fury. You can tell a lot of this offense is running around Fury as that three-pointer is up and in and of the iron. No good. Now Kyle Carey went for one off the glass. No good. Dembonsky on the quick pass. Dembonsky makes quick work of the Racers defense. Look, Perez and Grandison trying to respond. Perez pushing off to Joey Harden. And Joey Harden answers for the Racers. Looks like we have a quick injury timeout. Checking in on number 8, Cameron Jones. Jones was keeled over into the garbage, which unfortunately tends to only mean one thing. Well, while we're taking this time out, we'll take an opportunity to thank some of our sponsors, including Hotel Trilogy. Hotel series so nice, they've named it thrice. Adirondack Orthodontics. You know, first impressions are everlasting. Part of a good first impression is a good smile. You can get a good smile at Adirondack Orthodontics. BBL Hospitality. I never came up with anything fun for BBL Hospitality. So on that, I apologize. BBL Hospitality. Your CJGR dealership of Clifton Park. Dangerous Pizza, the official pizza sponsor for all Saratoga Racers home games. Franklin Hospitality Group. GNS Printing for all of your custom printing needs. Greenwich Ford. And last but not least for now, KS Squared Construction. You need a general contractor for any home improvement projects? KS Squared Construction. 9-point game, 3 minutes to go in the half. Off in the distance, our fearless leader, owner of the Saratoga Racers, Keith Harrington, coming off of a vicious, some kind of illness. Our fearless leader taking a hard-earned break. Folks, don't step away during halftime as Salem Middle School Generals, the 6th grade boys youth basketball, will be playing a scrimmage against themselves, and I will stay on the horn for that. I'm not going to do all the score updates and all that cool stuff, but you best believe I'm going to have some fun with that. As look, Perez driving up, and Brian Gould just Brian Gould got that one out. Immediately thrown inbound, and Kyle Carey capitalizing on that. Coach Catherwood giving great advice, such as catch the ball and score. Fury couldn't get past James Sanders, and John Riles tried to do something cute. No whistle on the call. There was no whistle on that call there. Well, that ball was clearly out of bounds. But either way, points stand, 2 minutes. Almost hitting the proverbial 2-minute warning for the half. Brian Gould trying to get past Carey. And there's a Fury trying to get past Saratoga D. And John Riles going to be charged with his second foul. Fury is going to get 2 shots from the line. Fury's first shot up. It's good. And Fury's second shot is up. Second shot is good. Giant Sanders inbounding that to Tobias Holmes. Holmes back on the court after a little break. Holmes calling plays, guiding Jenkins. Hands it off to Jenkins. 13 seconds left on the shot clock here. A lot of passing behind the line. And Tobias Holmes goes for the finish. That 3 doesn't go in. Spotswood puts a hand on, gives it to Sanders. That's up and no good. Fury now with a $1:24 to go. Trying to respond to all of those shot attempts. And Fury lays one in pretty good. Sanders just not fast enough on the draw there. Spotswood giving it off to Tobias Holmes. Holmes has all day, and of course, count on Tobias Holmes. Left alone, had all day to make it, and it goes home. Tobias Holmes good for another 3. 53 seconds to go. Brian Gould responds with a layup for the Kings' 10-point game. John Riles slowing it down for a second. He's going to march up, and that's no good either. But Shane Sanders gets the rebound, gets fouled. He's going to get 2 shots at the line. And that's going to be a foul on number 5, Josh Kingz. Oh, no, excuse me. I misspoke. Number 9, Isaiah Richardson. Shit. Everyone's allowed to make mistakes. That one was a little. Sanders tries that again. And that one's no good either. Fury on the rebound, uncontested rebounds. So John Riles trying to put up some D, and Fury's shots up and good. Saul Fury, as I said, has been the cornerstone of this Kings offense, notwithstanding the fact that they are a roster of 7 right now. That is a tough turn of events. So no one follows out. Saul Fury once again drives another one and cutting the lead down to 6. 12 seconds to go. Realistically speaking, Saratoga Racers get last possession here. 5 seconds. Under no obligation to shoot it. But Tobias Holmes goes for the deep 3. Good. The right side of the glass. Saratoga Racers hold on to a 6-point lead going into halftime over the visiting New Hampshire Kings, 62-56. Eric's going to take a break. I am going to broadcast some Salem Middle School basketball. If you see the one kid that's 6'3", can you believe he is 12 years old? That is our own marketing professional, Chelsea Smith's son. He was actually just before this. He just got done working his shift at the rail yard. Look at him. He's a unit. This kid's gonna dunk. Got ourselves a heck of a game ahead of us here. Salem boys scrimmage roster, including number 2. But first, got some young tots doing I believe they each get 60 seconds to make as many shots as possible. So far, 0-0. We don't really have the capacity to get for both at the same time, but we'll give you one. And kid on the right looks like he's got one. Looks like he is currently taking the scoring lead right now. That's good. That's another one. That's another 2 points. Would you look at that? Kid on the left on your screen, managing to get another. I was not told the names of these kids, so this is what we're going with: is kid left and kid right. Kid right currently well down to a 1-basket lead with not much time remaining. Kid on the right finishes with a bang. And kid on the right, great fury in this kid's bones. As fearless leader Keith Harrington congratulating the kids. Now the Salem coaches Bob Siklovsky, Charlie Oswald, Jason Perkins. As we get ready for some scrimmage action, 6th grade boys basketball. So just a heads up, I'm not keeping score for this. Eric is the producer. I don't know quite how to do that stuff, so we let him do it. But just the focus here. This kid is 12 years old. The kid on your screen is 12 years old. He actually drove the rest of the kids here. And to the surprise of nobody, this number 44, Silas Smith Figueroa. Looks like he's going to be the one for a tip-off. Yeah, this is one of the fairest jump balls I've ever seen in sports, actually. As Figueroa comes away with that. Number 30, he's making a drive. 25 on the rebound. 25 marching down. 25 trying to make some moves. I think he's going to go for that deep three. Number 30 now for Purple Squad. Tries to shot up, and that's blocked. 25 going for a shot of his own. That's up and no good. Surprising they're not utilizing Figueroa any more than they have. He's 6'3". As that deep 2-point attempt is up and no good. Still a scoreless game somehow. 25 marching up. 25 dishes that rock off. And that floater just does not have enough in the tank. For 24, passing that off. 30 goes for a shot. Doesn't have enough. 34 on the rebound. Rocking the Adidas track pants. 30. Floats one up. It's no good. Look at that. The straight baseball pass. Number 2. Goes for that shot. No good. 40 on the rebound. Another rebound. We got points, ladies and gentlemen. First points of the game. Number 4. Now trying to answer for the purple team. All these guys, by the way, all playing part of the same Salem scrimmage squad. 24 gets blocked off. And number 40 looks like he had all day for it. No good. 45 misses. 31 misses. And once again, white team is up 4-0. All right, number 4 trying to make something happen. Ignoring that there because this is children's basketball. We don't need to call it. Number 4 picks that one off. 4-point deficit early on. They need to respond. Number 40 just drilling that one off. 24 picks it off. Give it off to Kid Dynamo, number 4. 53 goes for a shot, and that's blocked. Number 31 now. Dishing it off. Keith Harrington getting in my way. I say it like it's a bad thing. Keith Harrington does a lot. He does, in fact, own this team, and he does put these together. I would have had to get that done. They're playing in front of semi-pro basketball team. And number 40 breaks that one up. 31 now. He's going to go for it. Dishes that one off. The pass is no good. Shot's no good. 25 has the ball. The 25 is getting past the big man. Figueroa tries to come down with it. No good. 31 going up for a shot. There we go. Or 44. Figueroa coming down with it. Gets the pass off. And Purple gets their first points of the bout. 4-2. 31 now. Trying to respond. 25. Plays one up. No good. 45 comes down with a rebound. Figueroa making a better wall to the window. Gets away with it. Number 4, Kid Dynamo. Passing this one off. Shots up and no good. Blocked in transit. Number 45 pass it off to 40. 45 tries to come down with it. 40 going for the team. 2-point attempt, no good. 40. One-handed pushes that down in. Number 30. Fishing off to number 4, Kid Dynamo. Dynamo shot is up. Would you look at that from team number 4? All right, 31 now. It's a 2-point game. I don't really know how long they're playing, but it's a 2-point game. And no good. Purple gets it back. 24 has an opportunity to tie this up. No good. Ball goes out of bounds. That's white ball 2. Throwing it into 31. And look at that pass. 25 is wide open. And he makes it. Eric, he makes it. This is fun, honestly. You like to see the kids have fun. Speaking of, look at that shot. They had everything you needed for it. Keith Harrington, once again, on the floor. Broadcasting this game live to the Saratoga Racers Facebook page. And look at that. White is just running away with this. All right, Kid Dynamo passes it off to number 30. And that shot is up and no good. 30 gets it. Give it to Dynamo. Dynamo's been red hot. As you see, the Racers come back in. Purple getting another basket. In case you're wondering, like, the height difference between children, and that was Todd Sponsor who just walked past. Once again, I reiterate, the 6'10" center for the Racers. 25 shots up and no good. We've got a shoelace break here. 45 lacing it up. Number 30 shot goes up, and that's no good. It's off the front of the iron. We got a wardrobe mishap, but he fixes it in time. Kid Dynamo, number 4, getting the ball. And Purple goes to try to make another shot. And Silas Smith Figueroa does not make that shot. But number 30 dreams a 3. Can you believe it? Not much time to go here. 31 with a good pass off to number 40. 40 just off the 45. 31 rips one up. That's no good. Number 4 rattles one off across the court. And we see another shot attempt. That one pushed just out of bounds. That's going to be white ball number 40. Dishing off the 31. White was White absolutely just running away with us so far, it would seem. I've not been keeping score. I'd be remiss if I said I was, but I'm not. 53 goes up for a shot attempt. No good. 24 tries to come down with a 45. Making a good run for his money. Handed off to 25. The pass up. No good. As Smith Figueroa passes that one off to number 4, Kid Dynamo. I keep calling him Kid Dynamo. That's Jeffrey Oswald. I believe that is Coach Charlie Oswald's kid. Kid Dynamo's a fun name now. So look at that. That's another 2 points for Purple. Running out of time here. What do the kids have anything else up their sleeve? I believe currently White is up by 4. Almost made it a 6-point game. Number 40 gets it in, gets it past Smith Figueroa. You hear that, guys? 20 seconds to go in game time here before we get back to your regularly scheduled break programming. And Kid Dynamo shots up, no good. Smith Figueroa, someone gets a hand on it. 2 seconds, 1 second to go. This might have been one of the funnest games to call in my young broadcasting career. But Salem single-handedly manages to beat Salem. No, that was cool. And that's something I have appreciated about what Keith Harrington does. Let the kids get out and play. That being said, I'm going to take a quick breather. Your sponsors will be playing across the screen right now. And we're back. Saratoga Race holding on to a 6-point lead going in to the start of the third. TJ Jenkins just doing a great job of securing all the excess basketballs. Takes a village here in beautiful, scenic downtown Saratoga Springs. With Spa Catholic High School, normally home of the Saints tonight. Well, this afternoon, it's home of the Saratoga Racers. To all of you who have unfortunately had to get to know who I am, I'm Brett Porter. Thank you guys for letting me be your voice for your hometown semi-pro basketball team. And without getting too much into it, looking forward to doing this again next year. Kingz ball. And Jones giving it off to Fury. Fury finding Brian Gould. Back to Fury. Fury got a little bit of butter on the fingertips there. And that three-pointer up and no good. That was Richardson on the miss. Tobias Holmes being double-teamed by DeCock and on Jones. John Riles looks around, sees no one around, and goes to that three, and you know that's going to be good. John Riles opens up the scoring for the second half. Fury dishing off to Jones. And Jones goes for a three of his own, and that's up and no good. And it looks like Saratoga was the last to get a hand on that, but and Geary, after the pass from Gould, goes for a three, and that's good. Pretty deep three, if you will, from the Gold corner there. RJ Rosa answers with a three of his own. RJ Rosa on the three. Saul Fury now. Trying to get past Riles. Gets out of his way. Finds Jones in the corner. Dishing out to Brian Gould. Brian Gould back to Jones. Jones. The no-look fake. John Riles gets a hand on it, but it's not enough. Almost takes out 7 of the 6th grade Salem basketball team in the process. Brian Gould tries to answer with a quick three. And they're going to call. Are they going to call it a shooting foul? We won. They're going to call Isaiah Granison on that. He's going to get 3 shots from the line. Get one right. Bob Catherwood making his opinions known. Get that one right. What's he doing so far on these attempts? Gould, next one up and good. Isaiah Granison immediately realizing, all right, I drew that. I followed him. I didn't remember how many shots he was getting. Brian Gould, one more, and that's up, and that's good. Tobias Holmes with a 2-person screen. Isaiah Granison, you don't see him go for the threes, but you know he's got it. Isaiah Granison, first 3-pointer I've ever seen him pick. And that was nice and pretty. Fury getting it across the entire Racers defense through the air. Tobias Holmes on that rebound. RJ Rosa just a little too ahead of the ball there. Quick throw in, and Fury drives up. And DeCock, that's good from beyond the arc. That's cool. I could not wait to look at that again. That's James Sanders. There's an old metaphor of putting the team on your back. Never anything about putting your opponent quite literally on your back. Brian Gould getting double teamed. And Isaiah Granison blocking the shot from DeCock. And RJ Rosa coming away with it through all this. And he goes for the three. No good. Isaiah Grandison tries to float it. Gets his own rebound, no good. James Sanders to finish the job. Speary now. Finds Jones. To Richardson. Scott looked like he was going to go for the three. Gives it up Fury instead. Jones goes to the three. That's blocked by Holmes. Gets his own rebound. And Brian Gould did not get enough ups on that. And it looks like Gould's going to get called for that foul there. That's a shove. That's going to be Saratoga ball. It's Holmes. 2. Riles. Down Riles. He covered by the cock. And Riles gets his own rebound. No good. James Sanders, something good, known for being a rebound machine. Doesn't get that one. Saul Fury gets it. Brian Gould left alone from beyond the arc, and that's good for 3. Tobias Holmes now trying to come up with a response to that. And that 3 is sitting pretty. Tobias Holmes arguably has some of the best range for his 3-point attempts of anyone I've seen in the ABA. Stakak goes for the fake, gives it off to Fury. Fury's good from beyond the arc. All right, John Riles and company now. Well, that's an 8-point lead with 7:53 to go in the third. Tobias Holmes just hovering outside the paint, finds James Sanders. A nice little fadeaway. Now Saul Fury once again answering with another 3-point attempt of his own. Would you look at that? Back and forth scoring in these first 4 minutes of the half. Tobias Holmes just bowls it over to James Sanders. Sanders looks like he had half the team on him. He's going to get some shots at the line. That's what Saul Fury going to be called on that foul. James Sanders to get some shots at the line. And looks like we're taking a quick 30-second timeout. So take a quick second just to kind of fill you guys in on what's going on. 80-73, 7:22 to go in the third. The last game of the Saratoga Racers 2024-2025 season. I'm Brett Porter on the horn, our producer, your friend and mine, Eric Picard, coming to you live from Spa Catholic High School in beautiful, scenic downtown Saratoga Springs. Sponsored by Lansingburg Boys and Girls Club, the official shooting location of the Saratoga Racers, and of course, me and Eric and NYBT Media, your broadcast partners for the Racers. And PA Medical Supply. And we probably got time for one more here. Pinnacle Roofing Incorporated. Hey, we've got you covered. 7-point game. 7:22 to go in the third. When we get back from this media timeout, James Sanders is going to get some shots at the line. All right, Shaheen Sanders up at the line. Saul Fury hiking his shorts in a very strange manner. Sanders' first shot up, no good. Sanders' second shot up, and that's good. Saul Fury. Saul Fury to throw it in. Gives it to Gould back to Fury. Try to find a plan of attack, and they find Richardson. Finding to Cock. But Gould from the paint floats that one in. That's good for 2. 6-point game, 7 points to go in the third. Tobias Holmes going to make a march up into the paint. Even in a sea of Kings. Tobias Holmes finishes. Fury. Pass it off to Gould. There's a little bit of misdirection there. And R.J. Rosa is ripping it off to John Riles. And the Racers take advantage of that turnover. R.J. Rosa getting a hand on it again. A little bit of a volleyball match. And John Riles getting another 2 in. Once again, 2 plays in a row. R.J. Rosa gets a hand on it when it matters most. So now, Hughes giving it off to Fury. Fury from beyond the arc. That's good for 3. Saul Fury has been arguably tonight the most automatic from beyond the arc of anyone on the court right now. Fury kind of looked like he did like a Deion Sanders stutter step there. Hey, go back to the way to play. Just fall from where you take it. What? Every head's a little bit. And so Don, so you are. Oh, guys. So a little bit of confusion over the delay. Tobias Holmes tried to clap that one, tried to get some kind of fingertip on it. But after the miss, Isaiah Grandison gets the rebound. Tobias Holmes. And John Q was getting a little handsy there. Looked like he was about to get thrown. Tobias Holmes looked like he was about to get thrown into his own bench. Todd Spotswood to save the day, the 6'10" center out of Herkimer. Oh, they're calling. Looks like, yeah, they're going to be calling that a flagrant foul on Josh Hughes. So Tobias Holmes going to get 2 shots alone at the line. Tobias Holmes after that. First one's up, first one's good. Todd Spotswood coming back in, the human tree, said 6'10" center out of Herkimer. Tobias Holmes, second shot up. Plays a little ring around, but it's in. Of course. Appreciate it. And because it's a flagrant, Saratoga maintaining possession. Saul Fury has been acting as the fill-in coach for New Hampshire. Spotswood looks like he had it from underneath. And a little bit of miscommunication there, it seems like. Brian Gould throwing it into Saul Fury. And Brian Gould's floater up and no good. Shane Sanders on the rebound. Rosa handed it off to Tobias Holmes. And Riles And Josh Hughes looks like he's getting called on that. Hughes, who just got called for a flagrant. And now John Riles is going to get some shots from the line. First one's up and first one's good. And quick substitution. Looks like Josh Hughes going to take a breather. And in coming in Jones. And for Saratoga, RJ Rosa gonna take a seat. Joey Harden coming back off the bench. And Riles' second shot up. Second shot good. 4:55 to go in the third. Racers got a 13-point lead. Sam Sanders intercepts that pass. And Riles, good for that three. Calculated textbook three from John Riles. As the scorekeepers fix that. There we go. And Fury. Saw Fury good on that dunk there. Sorry for the breaking the action there. Trying to figure out what was going on with the scorekeepers. Score was adjusted a little incorrectly. Tobias Holmes tries to dish out the spots in the middle. It's all Fury. Come on. He gets past Riles, but it looks like a foul that should have been called. And as that ball was out of bounds, looked like Gold got a hand on that. They're gonna call that. They're gonna call that Saratoga ball. But first, gonna take a media timeout. So we're gonna take an opportunity to thank some of our sponsors. Including the Shot Spot Training Facility. You want to shoot your threes as good as RJ Rosa and John Riles? Head over to the Shot Spot Training Facility. And I'll add Salt Fury to that. Stewart Shops, award-winning ice cream, delicious dairy, and some of the best hot food you can get in a convenience store setting. Stewart Shops. Hotel Trilogy. Although I'm a fan of the sequel, the trilogy really ties it together. Hotel Trilogy. Adirondack Orthodontics. Studies say people with more teeth tend to do better in life. I don't know if that's true. BBL Hospitality. And last but not least for now, your Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram dealership of Clifton Park. 4 minutes to go in the third, a 15-point game. So far, Racers holding on pretty well. And after the timeout, Racers ball. TJ Jenkins to inbound that thing. And Jenkins immediately off to Spotswood. Todd Spotswood fighting a sea of Racers. And they're going to call Todd Spotswood on the travel there. Now, Salt Fury getting past Riles. He tries to dish it off to the cock and finds Joey Harden instead. Joey Harden weaving in and out of the New Hampshire defense. And after a few tip-offs, Joey Harden comes down with it, but pass does not translate as Jones goes up for the shot. No good. Tobias Holmes last to touch it. It's going to be King's ball. Get in, back up. And immediately off of the pass, Salt Fury, good for another three-pointer. Holmes to respond one of his own. Oh, it's no good. Just Hits off the iron, hits off the glass, doesn't go in. Fury responds to that with a layup of his own. And Coach Gather would call timeout. So now, full timeout. We'll take an opportunity to thank a few more of our sponsors. Sure, we just did, but what's a little bit more, including D'Andrea's Pizza. As someone who has subsisted here calling these games on D'Andrea's Pizza, I got to say, it's some darn good pizza. The official pizza sponsor of Saratoga Racers. Franklin Hospitality Group. G&S Printing. Greenwich Ford. Ford, of course, standing for first on Racers Day. Boo, boo, boo. KS Squared Construction. Lansingburg Boys and Girls Club, the official practice location of the Saratoga Racers. Us at NYVT Media. PA Medical Supply. Pinnacle Roofing. Hey, we've got you covered. And we got time for probably one more. The Shot Spot Training Facility. Saul Fieri, the easy three-point leader of this game. You get enough, spend enough membership time at the Shot Spot. Maybe you too can shoot like number 13 for the New Hampshire Kingz. 95-85, 3 minutes to go in the third. New Hampshire went off on a little bit of a tear there. I believe 8 unanswered points. Donovan Williams back in. Elias Holmes taking a breather. Riles dishing it off to Harden. Back to Riles. Riles, that three is up. Just off the front of the rim. Now Gould. Brian Gould matching up against Spotswood. And he manages to float it. He manages to float it over his Spotswood. Shot's so good. Ball goes out of bounds. And TJ Jenkins, that three-pointer up and no good. Now Saul Fury, once again, doing that Deion Sanders-like stutter step into a Euro step. Saul Fury has been the backbone of this team. I cannot say that enough. Good for another 2. He's single-handedly keeping the Kings in this. And Riles getting a little heated up there on the deflection. Brian Gould shot up and good. But Joey Harden. Harden giving it off to Jenkins. Jenkins decides he's going to do it himself, and that's no good. And you're going to call that on number 7, Brian Gould, shooting foul. TJ Jenkins getting opportunity for some free throws. First one up, first one good. And up and good. Clock 36 to go in the third. Saul Fury dishing off to Brian Gould. Brian Gould's three-pointer up and no good off the right of the rim. Luke Perez back in for Saratoga. Perez trying to keep track of where his feet were. Hoping he was going for that three. Perez floats it over, no good. TJ Jenkins on the rebound. Finishes it himself. Look, with help from Luke Perez there. TJ Jenkins. Saratoga Racers are just 1 point away from hitting the century mark. Saul Fury now dishing it off to Brian Gould. Donovan Williams tried to get a hand on it, not tall enough. And as North Dakota tries to finish that, no good. Joey Harden on the rebound and the fast break. Shot misses. Harden catches his own rebound 3 times over. Saratoga Racers at 101, Kings 89 with 38 seconds to go in the third. And Gould Off to the Coke now. To talk, excuse me. And Salt Fury tries to lay that one up. No good. Call that a jump ball possession arrow favoring Saratoga. One shot. All right, Luke Perez. Luke Perez throwing in. Shot clock's turned off. 18 seconds to go. And TJ Jenkins gets what could be the last points of the game as Perez playing some good D against Fury. And doesn't get the shot off in time, doesn't matter, it misses. After 3 quarters of play, Saratoga Racers 103, New Hampshire Kingz 89. Keeping the game very competitive for considering the fact they have a 7-man roster. And it looks like Bunkonski hasn't come off the bench since the start of the second half. I don't think he is going to be making it back up anytime soon. Just on the bench, walking around with a little bit of a limp. Well, that might a 14-point game. I have to commend the Kings for keeping this as competitive as it has been. The rare Coach Bob Catherwood smile. And keep in mind, I cannot emphasize this enough. The New Hampshire Kings are without a coach right now. Saul Fury and company, they've kind of been taking turns kind of giving each other just motivation and play calling. Why there's no coach, I could not tell you. But as a lot of teams in the ABA have felt as if they're kind of limping their way to the finish line. The Kings are essentially going into the last quarter of play with 1 sub. With right now Cuse and Bunkonski sitting down. School gives it back off to Fury. And Donovan Williams on a little bit of a late call there. Coach Catherwood a little upset, and rightfully so. That call was at least a good 3 seconds after. By that point, Saratoga was already on the other side of the court. TJ Jenkins answering back fast as Jones giving it off to Gould. Gould back to, Richardson. Goes through a C enhancement. Billy Harden comes down with it. Donovan Williams. They tried to pull off a play there. It didn't quite work. Richardson dishes it off to Jones. Jones being double covered. Finds Brian Gould. Brian Gould, the jumper, that's good for 2. Donovan Williams finding Luke Perez. Luke Perez, he can shoot from beyond the arc. That one's no good, though. Does not even hit iron. Kings come down with that. And TJ Jenkins called out of bounds there. And Jones goes up for that one. It's no good as the Cox swats it over to Saul Fury. Finding Richardson. Shovels it off to Jones. And they're going to call that a jump ball possession arrow favoring Saratoga. And Donovan Williams giving it off. Todd Spotswood tries to finish that. And Brian Gould comes down with a 15-point game, 10:27 to go. And Brian Gould finishes that. Donovan Williams dishing that off to Joey Harden. Start. And subs loading up. Looks like we're going to be swapping out a full 5 at the next break in the action. TJ Jenkins shot Up and good. We got Grandison Sanders, Rosa, Holmes, and Riles, who appear to be getting ready to come in, all sitting at the substitution bench. They call a little bit of a late shooting foul there. And so John Riles still going to be taking a seat, but Sanders, Rosa, Holmes, and Grandison to come back in. And Tobias Holmes now trying to guide Jenkins. Hands it off to Jenkins. Jenkins, the jumper from beyond the paint. No good. Brian Gould on the rebound. And he's going to go for a shot of his own, and that's immediately bounces off the bottom of the rim. Isaiah Grandison gets pickpocketed out. And TJ Jenkins taking a rough fall. Keep in mind, Jenkins very recently coming off of an ankle injury. Definitely not the kind of falls you're looking for. Very getting blocked by RJ Rosa. Rosa tries to float it in. Smacks himself in the forehead like he could have had a V8, but no good. Just a little bit more roll on those fingers and it would have gone in. As Tobias Holmes now trying to make something happen. Finds, get it off to Grandison and gave it off to TJ Jenkins, and Jenkins was going to finish that. Jose Richardson on the score before that for New Hampshire. So Saul Fury match it up against RJ Rosa, but Cameron Jones was left alone in the corner, and the shot's no good. That ball goes out of bounds. Isaiah Richardson to inbound that. Throws just a little bit too much behind it. That ball goes out of bounds. And Shaheem Sanders practically left alone. Hit him with a little bit of the five slamma jamma. It's Cameron Jones now. Dishing it off to Tamara DeCock, excuse me. Saul Fury trying to get past RJ Rosa and throws one off. No good. It's not it. Tobias Holmes passing one across the court. And Sanders not fast enough to get that from going out of bounds. Pass looks beautiful. It's basically court to court, but Sanders couldn't get right hand down on it. Stakot squaring off against Jenkins. Giving off to Fury. Basically been the staple of their offense. And Fury's gonna draw the shooting foul. Looks like that one's gonna be against RJ Rosa. I think that's Rosa's first foul of the game. He told him walk down here. And first one's up. First one's up. First one's good. And looks like first we're going to take a quick media timeout. Coach Catherwood to give the coaching staff a piece of his mind. So let's thank some of our sponsors who make this Saratoga Racers broadcast possible, including Stewart Shops. Our producer Eric can attest. Very good mac and cheese. The official mac and cheese of the car drive from Granville to Saratoga. Hotel Trilogy. Wasn't a fan of the first one, but they really got their act together by the time the trilogy came out. Adirondack Orthodontics. First impressions are everlasting, and part of a good first impression is a good smile, and part of a good smile is good teeth. Let Adirondack Orthodontics fix them things up. Don't wait like I did. I waited 7 years to go to the dentist, and then I had to get a root canal. Don't recommend that. BBL Hospitality. Never came up with anything fun for you guys, but there's hope for next year. Your Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram dealership of Clifton Park. And last but not least for now, DeAndrea's Pizza, the official pizza sponsor of Saratoga Racers. 7:34 to go in the game. Saratoga Racers holding on to a 14-point lead. And Fury's got one more shot at the line following this media timeout. And Fury's second one is up. The second one is good. And RJ Rosa, quick handoff to Riles. Riles handed it off to Tobias Holmes. Isaiah Grandison from beyond the arc. No good. RJ Rosa to finish it, though. RJ Rosa not been as much of a threat. Not as much of a threat from beyond the arc. Speaking of not much of a threat, Brian Gould. It's another missed three for Gould. Very low percentage for 3-point field goal attempts this game. Tobias Holmes got 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Floats that one up, and that one's in. RJ Russ staying consistent. Just because he hasn't been as much of a 3-point threat as he normally is, he's still tallying up points for the Racers. Trying his hardest to keep Saul Fury in line. Fury. And that's good for 2. Would have been a 3 if this were high school ball, but Tobias Holmes is trying to get past him. Cameroon Jones. Finds Sanders right outside the paint. Tobias Holmes, well, up for the 3, no good. And on the rebound, Saul Fury wins that contest against Grandison. Oh, Cameron Jones. Oh, no, excuse me. That was Brian Gould dishing it off. And Cameron Jones back of his foot. Jones is ruled out of bounds, back of his heel. And Coach Kyler aggressively calling plays there. Trying to tell him to run up a little bit of time. Because it's a 16-point game. There's 5:27 to go. But Kingz can't be ruled out. Oh, Fury's. I would have to imagine Fury's got to be at the 40-point mark right now. And he's still on the court. The Staccato goes up for a 3 of his own. That's up and no good. And Shaheem Sanders, B-word, slaps that out of Isaiah Richardson's hands. And Tobias Holmes to get called on that travel. Tobias Holmes and TJ Jenkins both pleading their case. Only 2 steps taken. And Saul Fury does what he's been doing all game long, just consistently scoring points. And Tobias Holmes will be told. And Tobias Holmes getting called for an unsportsmanlike. Got to be careful. One more of those, and that could result in a suspension. And I mean, regardless of what case is being pled by Tobias Holmes, call's still going to stand. Saul Fury gets a shot from the line, and that one's good. It's going to get another, and I believe goes on the same lines of discipline as a flagrant. New Hampshire is going to maintain possession after this 3-point attempt too. make or miss. Tobias Holmes, he's going to be taking a break. Kyle Carey coming back in, the fellow Plattsburgh alumnus. And DeCock just narrowly beating the timer, getting it in bounds. Still nice no look to Brian Gould, and Brian Gould finishes that beautifully. It's a 9-point game with 4:35 to go. John Riles, 3-pointers. Not quite dialed in on that one. But they're gonna call number 11 on that. That's gonna be his. Also, it's gonna be appears to be a reach-in foul. Number 11, DeCock. So it time's up, no good. DeCock on the rebound. Finding Brian Gould. Brian Gould going for another three. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Not this time. Shane Sanders on the rebound, dishing it off to Joey Harden. Harden back in after a little break ski. And John Riles. The shot up and no good. Jones being double teamed. RJ Rosa stealing it right out of his hands. RJ Rosa plays that one in. Kisses it off of the backboard. That's Fury. He hands it off to Brian Gould. And that three-pointer was looking good. But Joey Harden on a quick rebound. And Shaheem Sanders with another dunk. 13-point game. 3 minutes, 24 seconds to go as Richardson fishes it off to Saul Fury. Saul Fury can shoot. And he scored. To the surprise of nobody. They leave Saul Fury alone for these 3-point attempts, and there's a greater than zero chance he's going to drain it. After about five requests, Coach Catherwood gets his timeout, full time out for the Saratoga Racers. We're going to take an opportunity to thank some of our sponsors. Including Franklin Hospitality Group. GNS Printing for all of your custom print needs. Greenwich Ford. KS Squared Construction. If you need any handyman, KS Squared Construction. Lansingburg Boys and Girls Club, the official practice location of your Saratoga Racers. Us at NYBT Media. The reason you see this right now. PA Medical Supply for all of your medical supply needs. And last but not least for now, Pinnacle Roofing Incorporated. Hey, we've got you covered. 3:05 to go, 10-point game. Jeff, things are getting very heated. Leave it to Casey Hall. Leave it to Casey Hall to be the peacemaker here, the ambassador of the United Nations of the Saratoga Racers. Just a very positive influence on the team. Just a nice fella. Another one who's been battling injury for most of this season. Doesn't get a lot of game time, not a lot of playing minutes, but when he does, he makes the most out of it. You can definitely tell he's a player that a lot of the team care about. It was a very long 1 minute time. South Fury, also just another one with like building tensions. Oh, Racers getting in some arguments with the fans. Just trying to take care of a couple quick things here, folks, before we get back underway. Saratoga ball. Kyle Carey back on the court. Finds John Riles. So Saratoga Racers are no need to. They don't have to do. Racers don't really need to make it more scoring attempts. A lot of tension going on in this game. So historically, there have been instances where a game could end because of ongoing tensions. It's the last game of the season. Everybody's tired. Everybody wants to go home. We got wives at home or in the crowd. But we got 2 minutes, 54 seconds left of the regular season here. Kingz reconvening. And Saul Fury was being a voice of reason for the New Hampshire Kings. She's telling them, like, listen, all we can do is keep on playing. And ideally, this is the same positive attitude we can try to maintain going on here. Just the process of trying to get back into trying to get this game done and over with. Chris Berman had a segment called the fastest 3 minutes. This might be the opposite. I can't do the whoop like Chris Berman did, but tensions are definitely a little high here at Spa Catholic High School. Just a lot of misdirection going on here. Officials seem to be having conflicting tales of how the heck that was supposed to transpire. But because New Hampshire called the timeout, and in all technicality, they should have been the ones with the ball. And because of just maybe we'll figure this all out as we go. It's a learning period. Saratoga Racers first the inaugural season. We'll figure it out. We're smart people. RJ Rosa passing in a Riles. And the clock got his fourth foul. I mean, only 3 minutes to go, but yeah. In a state where Kings don't really have any subs available, I would be mighty careful. As Tobias Holmes floats a high one up, goes over the rim. It's now Gould. Gould finding it to Fury. And Joey Harden just volleyball smacks that one. But Fury on the ball. And he floats one up. The basket's going to count. And Saul Fury is going to get one free throw at the line. 7-point game with 2:17 to go. There's 8-point game with 2:17 to go. 7, assuming he makes it. And cash money, that's good for one. So John Riles. Tried to nutmeg it to James Sanders. No good. And Fury from beyond the arc. That's good for 3. And just like that, less than 2 minutes to go, it's a 4-point game. I hate to say it. I think Kingz is making a point. Josh Kingz hate to say it, making some sense from the New Hampshire bench. It does look like Saratoga Racers are just very disheveled right now. But Tobias Holmes gets some shots at the line. First one's up, first one's good. Man, second one's up, second one's good. 6-point game. Racers need to hold on to this lead for 1:35. But Fury is just all over the court. And Cameron Jones, that 3-pointer's up, no good. Wiles, after Sanders' rebound, I said, Racers are in no obligation to shoot. They got to just kill time. Cameron Jones takes a rough fall there. Doesn't look like anything intentional, just bad footing. Brian Gold, keeping it close. 1:03 to go, 6-point game. We got 13 seconds left on the shot clock. In theory, Racers can hold on to it for a little longer. But Tobias Holmes floats one up, no good. Fury on the rebound. And Fury knows time is not in his favor right now. And Gould just lets it all hang out, no good. 39 seconds to go. Harden. Bad pass on the turnover. And Fury, not intentionally, but draws the foul. Fury's going to get 2 shots from the line. Could be a 4-point game after this. 32.5 seconds. First one's up. First one's good.
Hey, Joe, you got shooter. Johnny, rebound. Rebound, Johnny.
Casey Hall calling plays from the bench. Man, next one's up. Next one's good. It's a 4-point game with 32.5 seconds to go. Talk about a pair of must-have free throws. Both of them going in. And I believe this is trying to figure out this is a full or 30-second timeout. I believe it's a 30-second timeout, so we're not going to cut to our sponsors just yet. But I would just like to personally, from the bottom of my heart, guys, thank you so much for tuning into these games week in and week out. The fact that I can do this for a living is absolutely surreal to me. And this game, don't get me wrong, this game has been very crazy. And, we're 32.5 seconds away from win or loss for Saratoga. But I have had a lot of fun doing this. I'd like to think I've learned a lot. I've met some people. And all things considered, regardless, until we figure out playoff implications, who knows if I will be on the horn again this season. 30 seconds to go. Just play keep away. That's all the Racers have to do. And Fury drawing his 4th foul. We'll try it. Playing hack and check. We're getting ready to play hack check. Throw it in quick. Draw another foul. We know exactly what they're doing right now. Fury's got one foul. Fury now in real foul trouble. He can't do that again or he's out. Coach got it. Calling the timeout. All right. While they're doing that, let's thank a few of our sponsors. Shot Spot Training Facility. Stewart Shops. Great ice cream, great food. Mostly great staff. Hotel Trilogy. Adirondack Orthodontics. We're going to try and get them all in one. We're going to try and get them all in one break, Eric. Let's go. BBL Hospitality. Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Clifton Park. DeAndrews Pizza. Franklin Hospitality Group. GNS Printing. Greenwich Ford. Keep going. Canis Square Construction. Lansing Boys and Girls Club. Us, NYVT Media. PM Medical Display. How many more do we have? Pinnacle Roofing. We got you covered. Shot Spot Training Facility. We did it. Clearing it. Right. We made it through all of them. Thanks, guys. And RJ Rosa gives it off to Riles. They're officially going to the line. Riles' first free throw up and good. Now 5-point game. Yeah. Riles, second one up, second one good. 21.2 seconds left in this contest. Kingz got to play fast. They got to play accurate. 2 threes technically makes this a tie. Joey Harden coming down with it. Joey Harden holding on to that rim. And that is realistically the last nail in the coffin for the New Hampshire Kingz on the block. Perhaps something that should have been called. Calling it a dead ball. It's 2.1 seconds to go. Up until with 30 seconds to go, this game was looking a lot closer. Saratoga Racers came down did just enough that they needed. 0.6 of a second to go. No good. Saul Fury put the team on his back, and it just was not enough. The Saratoga Racers come down with a win that should have been way much more of an upset way more of a beatdown than it should have been. That really should speak to to the heart of the New Hampshire Kingz. But until we figure out what's going on with the playoffs, guys, I don't know if you guys are going to hear from me again this season. But if that's all it is for this season, that's all it is. And we will reconvene next year. Until then, Brett Porter with NYVT Media, your voice of the Saratoga Racers, signing out. Good night. Good luck.